Ontario's mining minister visited Thunder Bay today for the first time since he was appointed.
George Pirie was asked about the province's controversial plans to develop the Ring of Fire, but the main reason for his visit, alongside Finance Minister Peter Bethlenfalvy and local MPP Kevin Holland, was to highlight budget priorities for the mining sector. Jess Clement joins us live in studio for the details. Jessa?
Thanks, Riley. The funding was announced as part of the 2023 budget and includes an additional $6 million over the next 2 years for young people to get involved in mining exploration. Pirie says the funds will help more Northern Ontario companies find critical minerals, which he says is the key to the economy of the future.
We talked about how important mining is, but it is truly critical now. If we're going to achieve our climate goals, and in fact, if we're going to achieve the goals of the next generation to a cleaner and safer environment and living, it starts here. The minerals have to come out of the ground.
Minister George Pirie says finding and extracting minerals like nickel and cobalt are necessary to support the growing supply chain for electric vehicles and create jobs for Northern and Indigenous communities. Minister of Finance Peter Bethlenfalvy reciprocated those sentiments and says Ontario must increase its self-sufficiency.
Northern Ontario and the critical minerals found here are a key part of our plan to do just that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we believe we have the right plan, led by the right premier, with the right team, and together we will and continue and together build a strong Ontario that we can all be proud of.
Pirie also answered questions about the Ring of Fire mining area and the plans to build roads to the remote region. The mining minister was asked about how the Ford government will address the concerns coming from First Nations who oppose the road's construction.
Webequie and Martin Falls are leading the consultation process with all their communities in their region. So they, in fact, are undertaking the duty to consult in their areas. This is all about, seizing on a generational opportunity that the Indigenous people see happening within their traditional territories.
Beth Boone, special advisor to the chief of Gulf Bay First Nation, came out to the media conference to voice her concern about mining in other Indigenous lands without consultations with Indigenous people. She says that the process is to continue in a meaningful way, then First Nation communities should be brought along right away.
We don't have an environmental assessor on staff. We don't have a biologist. We don't have a mining technician. We don't have those type of people at the ready who would be able to digest what sometimes are binders and binders of information. So if you would like, and if you're serious about undertaking work inside First Nation territory, then bring them in on the front side.
After the conference, Pirie agreed to speak to Boone about Gulf Bay's concerns. Jessa Clement, TBT News.